Okay.
Yeah, we're late. We're late. Good morning. So good morning.
Good morning. My wisdom. What?
Good morning. We give people a little bit of time to get in here, right? To get at it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I am Jackie Glass.
And I am Auntie Jackie's nephew, Raymond.
You
Raymond Jackson III.
Raymond Keith Jackson III. This is the morning dew for certified doers, just like you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm so grateful to have a little visitor on here today. I'm very if you see me in the streets lately, you've seen this little guy with me. When you're in the military, oftentimes you don't get the opportunity to connect with your family because you're always on the go. And now that we've settled our roots here for quite a bit of time in Norfolk, I have the unique opportunity of being able to have family be in my space and be in my space with my family. So this year we had you are my family. This year we had my niece. She came and interned with us over the summer, and then my lovely nephew came here to be with us for a couple months. Let me be real about his visit. Is that childcare is hard right now, y'all. I don't know if y'all understand that. And my brother works for Ford Motor Company. It doesn't look like anything. Works for Ford. And if you know that they're on strike right now and there's a lot going on there, and the simplest solution was to give him space and allow him to come visit me. But what I think everyone here needs to know is that we are in voting season. And if you're feeling the fatigue of what's happening in Washington and just all the things, like, I empathize with you. But I think one of the things I learned, one of the things that I think sticks out to me being in the Virginia state legislature, just for these past 19 months or so, the thing that has stuck out to me is that we're not Washington, D.C. Right? I expected, of course, there's always political posture. What'd you say, sir? Hold on, let me finish this thought and I'll let you say something. You could actually tell them about your visit to the Capitol too, because that's what I'm doing this for, my job that goes to the Capitol. But may I finish this thought?
Yes.
Okay, and then I'll give you space. So part of what I learned, or what my perception of politics was, I was just, I vote. I didn't prior to this, I didn't join a party. I wasn't a part of anything like that. I just did a lot of community work. And so when offered the opportunity to, or he ushered the opportunity to run for delegate, that was a really hard decision for me, because I understand how political parties can muddle politics and policy for people. And it's the system that we're set up with. And I just like taking care of people. I genuinely do. But when I got to Richmond, it wasn't what I thought it was, right? Like, it wasn't this, everyone's fighting all the time, and that there's, are there things? Yes, because we're in a two-party system right now, and that there are things, but as far as being able to work with people and get things done and have conversations, we disagree. We work towards, the beautiful thing about Virginia is we are very purple, and we do have to work with each other to get things done, and it happens. So I need y'all to understand that this election that we're going through right now, all 140 seats are up. Every single senator, 40 senators, every single delegate, 100 delegates, is up. It's up. And it does make a difference as the federal government pushes us more towards states' authority, right? States are having a lot of say, a lot of authority over what happens in your daily lives. And I know that I'm repeating this, so if you've been on here with me, you want to hear me repeat this. And it's even more important in a place like Virginia. I like the Commonwealth of Virginia because of the Dillon Rule. And I will explain that again. The Dillon Rule says that county, cities, and towns, they can't do nothing. Their authority, their ability to do things is only granted to them by the state. So that connection between the local, the state, and the federal government, it's really important, one, to understand that it is intertwined, but two, to understand in our daily lives, our local government is super important, but their powers, their abilities to do the things that you'd like them to do is granted to them by the state because of the Dillon rule. But my nephew here, my visitor, said you had something that you wanted to share. I'm going to give you an opportunity. What's up?
So, me and my Auntie Jackie were at the Capitol, and I was sitting in her chair, and we went the right way, actually. Just.
So he got to sit in my chair, which is a thing, right? We all have assigned seatings for, just if you don't know, in the Capitol, we all have assigned seatings. And he got to sit in my assigned seat. It's like a classroom. It's like a classroom. So again, I do want to, if you're feeling fatigued with what's going on at the national level, you are not alone. We are here with you. It's not a good look, but interesting enough, I'll probably post this, is that what we do, our participation is so important. The other day, and I'm going to pull up my phone, I received a text message from an organization asking me to vote for a particular candidate. And it was a Republican candidate. So it's like, I don't know how, I don't know how they're basing their texting or anything off of, but it was encouraging me to early vote. And I sit on a committee. We are all signed to committees. I sit on a committee called Privileges and Elections, right? Privileges and Elections. That committee that I'm assigned to, we do. Go blow your nose. Thank you, sir. On privileges and elections, we do a lot of the laws, and we see the laws that have that will directly impact voting, constitutional rights, and things like that. We saw a lot of laws to get rid of. We're in a Republican-controlled House, and we saw a lot of laws that were that wanted to limit early voting, limit voting participation, make it harder for people to vote. Go get tissue and get your nose, sir, and don't bite your nails. Right. So here's the text message, and I'm reading directly from my phone. Right. If you guys can see it. Oh, no, it's blurry. I'll put it in front of my face. But from my phone, it says, "Hey, early voting is open." This is this young person's names with American majority. Can we count on you to vote for this particular candidate to help improve education? And I said, I thought the plan was to get rid of early voting, because that is really the plan. Like, that's all we ever heard about, how we don't need early voting. It's not a thing. It's not necessarily. And they said, absolutely. But to do that, more conservatives need to get elected to repeal those laws. Okay. I said, also, because this was another law that we saw very, very much so. Also, will we see absentee ballots go away? And the response of the texter was, that's the hope, of course. Of course, except the ones necessary for military personnel on deployment and the like. And I said, can we count on you to vote for this candidate? I said, I am not in their district. They asked me who was my candidate. I told them I told them what district I was in. And they said, gotcha. This election will be close. So encourage your friends and family to early vote by absent or by absentee. They can easily request a ballot and find the early voting info at this site. Do y'all understand? Like, there is no shame here, right? Encouraging, this is what's happening. And this is why it's important that we get out and that we vote, right? Is that you have a class of people, an ideological class of people that say, this thing, we know it helps you, more people participate in the process of determining who governs our state. It's a great thing. It's amazing. So much so, we realize if we don't get our people to do it, we might be out of the game. So they're working really hard to get people early vote. In the same vein, as soon as they capture or get a win across the board, the goal is to get rid of these very things that make it accessible and easy for people like you to participate. there's no shame in that. And I don't think y'all, that's part of why I'll be having a hard time sometimes. I say, do you know what you do? Hear yourself. But it doesn't, they don't, some folks just don't care. So I am going to do what this text message said is I'm going to encourage you to early vote or absentee vote. In Norfolk, you can go down to City Hall from 9 to 5 and vote.
Are you spreading like?
Am I spreading what?
A voice thing message.
Yeah, I'm spreading a voice message. Good morning, Jess Chriso. I hope I'm saying it right. Good morning, Chriso. Good morning. But realize I'm a little late today getting online. My husband was like, Jackie, did you do your live? I said, I didn't. Been grounding the pavement, getting our legislative agenda done, getting prepped to really get our campaign 100% kicked off and get in folks' ear holes. However, what I was going to say is that I lost my train of thought here. But this is the work. Like this is the work. This is real. This is real. This is a real text message, right? And I cannot. Yo, nephew. I can't express it enough. Nephew. Pew pew. Yes. So there's that. But what I was going to say, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, go ahead and drop it in the chat. We appreciate it. This is your time. I'll probably be on for another 5 minutes or so because I know it's late. Some of y'all get into the grind, and I don't want to hold the grind up. So Jess Chriso says, you still have your breakfast in bed back. Yes, I do. I genuinely do. I showed it to some young people. And they were like, what? I said, yes. So I did point them to Virginia Natural Grass. Some people that I know are smokers. I sent it to them and said, yeah, this is where you can get this breakfast in bed, which is dope. I'll show it one day. Maybe one day you should come on to the show and share why you've done what you've done. It's because of the background is blurry. Good morning, Miss Charlene. Good morning, Mr. Little. Always a blessing to have you guys on here with us this morning. As a note to you all, I'm in the process of developing my legislation. So you should be seeing us release our, for the most part, complete legislative package, by November 1st. So you all get a chance to look at the work that we're considering doing up there. And before we go up there, my goal, and I'm saying this to all the creatives out there, I am still fundraising. It's a big deal. I get it. And I know I don't know if should I say this out loud? But I'm saying it anyway, is that if I am not able to do this job because I wasn't able to have enough money, right, just to campaign and do this thing, then I am okay not. Are
you saying it to your friends?
Yes, I'm saying it too. Well, I don't know if everybody's my friend. We got to see. Is everyone my friend? Oh, you're welcome, Chriso. But fundraising is a challenge for me, which is why I always ask you all here that please, if you feel like you want to be participatory in the process, there are so many ways. I recognize that even myself in this work, right? Our values, what I mean, not values, our beliefs, but yes, this is nephew. Go get you some water, nephew.
Yeah, I have some on my tree.
Yes, you may. Mm-hmm. That are in this work that we each have a different kind of value. Not everybody's going to be able to donate. Not everybody's going to be able to stand on and walk and things like that. There are policy values that we need you all participatory in as well. So when we release our legislative agenda, good morning, Bonaire Custom. When we release our legislative agenda this next month, it is going to be imperative that you all take a look, and maybe some of the things we have don't directly impact your life, but they impact the life of somebody you know. We want that feedback. Our goal is always to get as many people a part of looking at our legislation and doing the thing doing that before we get up to session. Because once we get up there in January, I have to win this election. Let's just be real, right? I got to get past November 7th. I have to win the election. But it's an opportunity. I believe in an invitation in our core values. Again, educate, advocate, celebrate, legislate, and you should vote. And in those core values, in those core values, we always start with education. Isn't it good to learn stuff? New stuff. Yes, new stuff. And that goes both ways. This piece, the educate, advocate, celebrate, legislate it's a two-way street. And what I recognize is I do get a lot of folks that celebrate me. And I'm grateful. It's difficult for me sometimes. It's a Mario. And I do get a little, I don't want to call it shy, but I know why I do this work. I'm so grateful.
Sweet police.
Cierra, por favor. I need you to hold it. Can you hold it?
Yeah.
Take a deep breath. Yeah, because I don't have much longer. I know why I do this. And I wouldn't be here if I didn't have a community of people that support me. And I so appreciate your celebration. But as I move up, right, like I used to be a student lead president, and now I've moved up in position, right? And I don't have the clarity that I used to have when I was in the streets. I don't have that same clarity. I am relying on you as a community to help me maintain that clarity in the work that I do, because as going up to the state, right, that's a part-time job, full-time problems. I lose a lot of that. I don't necessarily know the ins and out of what's happening in the community all the time because I'm moving and shaking in different ways. So I need you. I need your support in that way, right? Thank you, Mr. Little. Yes, please support and reelect. I do want to get reelected. But you're important in that way. And so when I look at this process and how participatory people are or are not, realize that if you ever feel like I am not abreast of something, or I don't know something, or what is the problem like with me, my request is always to call me in before you call me out. And I am always busy, right? I'm always productive. There's always something going on. I have almost 3 part-time jobs, okay? Being a delegate is one of them. I remind people $17,604 is what I make doing this work. And I know that the problems that we have, or the issues, or the community's care needs more than that. We do have an interesting dynamic of how we fund people to represent us. But I'm going to do my very best. You will get the time that you deserve, that you all pay for, and that you all expect from me. I do have to set boundaries, but when I say educate, I need you on that front too. You are a part of that. It's not just about coming on this live and listening to me talk about issues or what's going on. It's also about you sharing with me. So I will continue to invite you in to share, what's happening in what's good in the hood.
Why is my hair looking like this?
And then advocate. It is okay to advocate. If you're looking for a time where I'm not productive, you'll be waiting. No. You're waiting a long time. I schedule out my stuff so that I'm not a part-time mom and I'm not a part-time wife, but that I am giving the things that when I sit with my full attention when I'm within that boundary. So I'm looking, let me double check and see what's going on this weekend to see if I can. There's a candidate forum tonight at Norfolk State, just putting that out there. Tonight at Norfolk State, there's a candidate forum let me get the details. The candidate forum is at 6:00 at the, I don't have the details. Let me see. It's at 6:00 for all of the candidates. I know everybody's not going to be there this weekend. Let's see what we got going on. Democratic breakfast. There'll be a real talk, and this is interesting. There is now a new Virginia Black Chamber of Commerce for the state, and on Sunday, October 8th, they're having a real talk, progress in politics at Brothers. That's going to be at 7:30 at Brothers, at the restaurant Brothers. So you can come out, and they're going to be the mayor from Dumfries. There's a councilman, some council folks from across the Commonwealth will be there talking about progress in politics, specifically at the local level. And remember what we talked about earlier, that's directly tied to how the state grants authority. So it's a connection we can't disconnect. But that's all. I hope if you want to knock your block, if you are in a neighborhood or you're like, hey, I want to get to know my neighbors better, come knock the block with me. I am here for it. I'm here for it. Just reach out to our team. Go to delegatejackieglass.com, and you can say, hey, I want to knock the block with Jackie, and we'll go out and we'll knock the block off. Well, let's knock your block off. The other day I was in Colonial Place. I knocked the block with Miss Patricia Bracknell. She met new neighbors. And shout out to them for doing like this artist thing where they got all the people put out signs. It was like a big yard, sale.
A big yard full sign, yeah.
Yes. And I bought some art while I was out there. So it was really an amazing experience. I want to knock the block off with you. I want you to get to know your neighbors. And I want to get to know your neighbors. I need to get them out, right? Doing the thing. Nephew, before we go, is there anything you want to tell the people?
Hi, my name is Raymond Jackson. We went to, where did we go?
I don't know. You can say anything. I just said if you want to, this is our time to share. This is something that I do. You have anything? Do you like Virginia? Let's say that. He's from Illinois.
I'm from Illinois.
Do you like Virginia?
Yeah.
What do you like the most about Virginia?
You.
Put some stick on you. They said, hello, Raymond. Hello, Raymond. Do you see this? Hello, Raymond.
They all said hello.
No, Miss Charlene. Say hello, Miss Charlene.
Hi, Miss Charlene.
Yes. But Raymond's, I'm going to try to give him the best of Norfolk, best of Virginia that we can. Yep. We got to eat some good place.
Virginia. Go for Virginia. Go for Virginia.
Are you going to stay forever?
No, I could. Because I got to go back to Illinois.
Why?
Because I got to see my other family.
Yeah, kind of have a mom and dad that miss you. All right, y'all. Y'all be well. Thank you for your, being there with me, starting this late, getting on the move. I know I was supposed to be on here at 7 o'clock. Until next time, I'm Jackie Glass, Mama, Navy vet, certified doer, and laced up legislator for the House of Delegates, 89th District, working hard to be the representative in the 93rd Districts. Let's do it. Let's show up. Let's show out. Call me in before you call me out. And be well, right? Take care. Have a good day.
Be well.
Be well. Be well.
Bye. Thank you for subscribing.
You watch too much YouTube. No.